Winston Churchill once said that as we get older, we get more conservative. I've never understood that. Holy shit. I can't do better than that. As I've gotten older, I've probably gotten more liberal, but still, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I am a dedicated independent. Lee Brandenburg.
You only own this place.
I'm a businessman. I've been a successful businessman for 55 years. I've always made a profit.
Okay.
And I think this is the greatest country on earth. And the way we're going, we're losing it. We send these folks to Washington, and they still got school board mentalities, and here they're making international decisions. Something's happened to us. They just want to get reelected. They don't want to reform. We got to go back to the teachings of the Founding Fathers, to what made America great. I've followed politics since the days of Franklin D. Roosevelt. I've met politicians and presidents. When I was a second lieutenant in the Army, on the golf course at the Augusta National, I met President Eisenhower. I've always admired Eisenhower. I think he's our last great president, which has got to tell you a lot. The first 10 years of my life was the Great Depression, when we honored sacrifice and service and discipline. When I was a kid, I never knew a baseball had a white cover. I thought it had a black cover because we'd tape it over. It was just the way it was. I never dreamt that things could deteriorate to the point that they are today.
We are in the midst of a serious financial crisis. Major financial institutions have teetered on the edge of collapse, and some have failed.
It's government by crisis.
It's a vote with real consequences. A vote that will shape.
We delay, we ignore.
This is a 15-minute vote.
But that's not the way things should work. Anticipation in government is everything. We're at war. Our foreign policy has been an extension of corporate policy. We bombed the hell out of Iraq so that we could have Halliburton rebuild Iraq. We're going far beyond protecting ourselves. We're hooked on oil, and the government has never come up with a plan of action for alternate energy. It's inconceivable. We're completely dependent on our enemies. This should be project number one.
Mr. President,
Our elected officials, they continue to avoid the tough third rails of politics, like Social Security,
without objection,
health care. These are the things that they might not get reelected on. The direction that this government is going in, it's not about the left, it's not about the right. It's about common sense and how we've lost our common sense. District by district, we want to pick by caucus the best. It's the system that's got to be changed, and we're not going to change it by leaving these same people in office.
You got 3 in play. 3 out of 7's not bad. We can keep on hitting.
As Edward Abbey said, a patriot must always be prepared to protect his country from his government.